Hello everyone, welcome to another in-depth video of Hawken, and in today's in-depth video we're going to be talking about the Brawler, which is a Class C mech. So let's get started. The Brawler has 850 HP, which is equivalent to health points, which is a rather high number in comparison to all the other mechs that I am aware of. The primary weapon of the Brawler is the flak cannon, which is basically a shotgun, which we're also going to be talking about later on in the video. Alternatively, you could equip the SA Hawkens, which is a twin-barreled assault rifle sort of thing, and it's not exactly recommended, but we're going to talk about these things as we go on in the video. But the secondary weapon of the Brawler is the TOW rocket, and the prestige weapon is the Point D Vulcan. So now we're going to move on to the ability of the Brawler, which by the way is used by pressing the F key on the keyboard. The ability is called Fortified Turret, which converts you into a heavy defense mode that gives you constant and slow armor repair. In this Fortified Turret, you heal 8 armor per second, all damage received is reduced to 65%, and it takes 5 seconds to transform in and out of the turret. By using the upgrades, with level 1 you increase the armor regeneration by 2 points per second, which puts it up into a total of 10 armor per second. On level 2 you reduce the explosive damage by 5%, and on level 3 you reduce the bullet damage by another 5%, which would then put up to 70%. Now all these numbers sound really great, the ability sounds great, but from my experience, being in the turret mode is a very difficult thing to master, and it takes a lot of practice to do well in it, as you are very vulnerable from both sides and from behind. And although the damage is received by 65%, it still deals quite a lot of damage, especially if you have multiple enemies facing you which are attacking you at the same time. The Brawler is an ideal mech to defend objectives and areas. This is a perfect mech for missile assault and siege, where the pilot can easily defend the anti-aircraft tower. The flak cannon is the Brawler's main punch. With flak cannon, the player is difficult to be killed at short ranges. It generates high amount of heat per shot, therefore you must be careful with it so it doesn't overheat, as it also has a very high fire rate. Combining the flak cannon with the TOW rocket is ideal. This will help you out at mid to long ranges and can also give you that extra damage at close ranges. However, it is difficult to coordinate the flak cannon with the TOW rocket, as both of them take a limit, or well, take a certain time before you can shoot them again, especially the TOW rocket. So you have to coordinate these well, and if you can master that, then you're going to be very efficient up at close range. It seems pointless or inefficient to equip the Point D Vulcan or the SA Hawkens on the Brawler, as the flak cannon makes the Brawler unique. However, if you plan to use the Brawler for longer ranges in the turret mode, it would benefit you to equip the Point D Vulcan or the SA Hawkens. Now we're going to move on to a few tips. In total I have 3 tips for you for the Brawler, which may improve your gameplay with it. So starting off with number 1, remember that the Brawler is slow. Do not rush into a gunfight when there's 2 enemies or 3 enemies there and expect to come out alive, because obviously in Hawken teamwork is essential, and also you will be unable to get back to cover if you rush in. Remember the Brawler's ability and use it efficiently, because the turret can help you out in quite a lot of situations. For example, I found it very efficient for when I was in a one-on-one gunfight and I was kind of running low on health, or I was noticing that I may lose the gunfight. I quickly switched into the turret, and while I was in the turret I was still repairing, and I was attacking at the same time, while the enemy could not do that unless they had a C-class mech, which in most cases they didn't, and they didn't do it. So it is very good if, for example, you don't want to stay vulnerable on the map by repairing it, so you just turn into the turret, and while you're attacking still, you're still repairing and attacking at the same time. And finally, in turret mode you're vulnerable from behind, so position yourself very well on the map. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that you might want to position yourself against the wall, or where your spawn is, depending on what game mode you're playing. If, for example, you're on siege, depending on the map, you can position yourself facing the enemy spawn, and from a long distance you can take them out pretty well if you have the Point D Vulcan or the SA Hawkens equipped. Anyway, this concludes this episode. I hope that you guys have enjoyed it. I hope that you guys have learned something. If you guys missed any previous episodes, then make sure to check them out, and there will be an annotation at the end on the outro, one leading to the previous episode and the other one leading to a playlist. So if you missed it, then make sure to check it out. I hope that you guys have enjoyed it, and if you'd be so kind to leave a like down below, that would be greatly appreciated. Alright guys, see you next time. Goodbye!